Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Southwest NASCAR Series live stream. I'm Dean P. Alongside me is Cole McElmoyle, or Builder, for the Season 1 All-Star Race. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a non-points race featuring all of the race winners from this season. So far, uh, as well as the top 7 from the All-Star Open. So those drivers that are running this race will be the number 3 Dallas Cowboys, uh, the number 3 Dallas Cowboys Chevrolet Camaro of Brian Anders, the number 4 Clemson Tigers Ford Mustang of Daytona 500 winner Muse Better. Then it's the number 14 Haas Automation Ford Mustang of the Gander RV 400 race winner of Ryan Boyer. Emily Winters gets the number 15 Toronto Maple Leafs Chevrolet and Toronto Blue Jays Chevrolet Camaro. Then Adrian Mobley, the two-time winner from Pocono and Coca-Cola, running the number 18 Florida Gators Toyota Camry. Kyle Shuron, the Bowman Gray 200 winner, running the Chicago Bulls 19 Dodge Challenger. Then George Uriarte in the number 24 Mexico Soccer Chevrolet Camaro. Robot Spider in the number 25 New York Rangers Chevy Camaro. Then Garrett Shima in the number 27 Thermopolis Bobcats Ford Mustang. Coaster Enthusiast in the number 54 LA Kings car from the Atlanta race winner, the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. Then Flashy McClashy in the number 77 Dodge Challenger. Kind of ironic, the name Dodgers, and he's driving his Dodge. But regardless, he's the New Hampshire winner. And then Greninja Talonflame, the Canadian Tire race winner in the number 78 Baja Blast Chevy Camaro. Winterwolf will start in the number 88 Toronto Raptors Chevy Camaro. And then the only other Camry in this field, the number 8 San Jose Sharks Toyota Camry of DNP. But for those of you who watched the Open, and also for those of you who've been paying attention in the chat, there's one more car that makes the All-Star race, decided by the fan vote. Who is that, you might ask? Who is that? Well, we're about to find out. So, the winner of the Season 1 Southwest NASCAR Sim Series fan vote to make it into the All-Star race is none other than the number 61 Toronto Raptors car of Cole McElmoyle.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
So, there's your 15 cars. We'll be headed for 84 laps here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights this time. The Open was the day race. We're running 15 cars for the official All-Star race. And so let's hop in and see how we're doing. Watch a little bit of the practice session as always. Winterwolf gonna be the first car down on the racetrack, it would appear. So, Build, is there anything for winning the All-Star race?
No. Absolutely not. Nothing.
Well, either way, these drivers are going to be running like there is a lot on the line. So it'll be interesting to see. Now, it was remarked that this might be the wrong Kings logo. I would beg to differ. logo on the hood is the current Kings logo. The rest of them, the logo on the side, like the logos on the side and stuff, are not. But yeah. Either way, we've got a San Jose Sharks car and an LA Kings car in the field. Those two are rivals. And but at least we don't have the Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors still together in the field.
Well, there's no Warriors, so that always makes it better.
True.
And there's no Boston or Montreal I have to worry about.
Oh, you wanted the Sacramento Kings? GG.
L.
Bill took it to mean the LA.
I just saw Kings. I never saw Sacramento, so I thought it was LA.
Let's be real, the LA Kings are more well known than the Sacramento Kings.
I did quizzes on NBA teams, and Sacramento Kings were the only team I forgot 6 straight times. Anyways, I need to flip.
I guess that's about as much as forgetting the Minnesota Wild, which are not in the All-Star race this year and weren't even in the Open. So, let's get into the race. Here we go for the Season 1 All-Star race, 15 cars.
Drivers, to your cars.
Let's go through the field for the starting grid. On the pole for tonight's race, ironically, one of the 2 non-sports team cars, it's the number 14 of Brian Boyer, the Haas Automation Ford Mustang. Cole McElmoyle in the number 61 Toronto Raptors Chevrolet Camaro rolls off second. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. The 3 of Brian Anders rolling off third in the Dallas Cowboys Chevy Camaro. And the 19 Chicago Bulls Dodge Challenger rolling off fourth. Fifth belongs to the 18 Florida Gators Toyota Camry, one of the 2 Camrys in the field. And then sixth is the 77 Dodgers Dodge Challenger of Flashy McFlashy. Heat 7 belongs to the number 8 of Dean Peters Part 10 in the San Jose Sharks Toyota Camry, and then the number 88 of Winterwolf in the Toronto Raptors, the other Toronto Raptors Chevy Camaro. Then Greenwich and Talonflame repping Baja Blast for his team. And then Mew running the Clemson Tigers Ford Mustang. Rolling off in 11th is the number 24 Mexico Soccer Chevrolet Camaro. And then in 12th is the 15 Toronto Maple Leafs Toronto Blue Jays of Emily Winters. Rolling off in 13th is the Los Angeles Kings number 54 Dodge Challenger. Then in 14th is the number 25 New York Rangers Chevrolet Camaro. And then running out the All-Star race field is the number 27 of none other than Garrett Shima, the Thermopolis Bobcats Ford Mustang. So, 15 cars, 7 fewer than we had in the Open. 8 fewer, actually, I believe. What are your predictions for tonight's festivities? Bill? Oh, I guess he's no longer with us. My predictions are that this is going to be one wild race. I bet it'll be a little bit more calm than the Open, which had at least 4 wrecks, maybe more. And a lot of cars got caught up in cautions in that race. We have a smaller field, but that does not mean less aggression for tonight's race. So it's the Southwest NASCAR Series Open. Or it's Southwest NASCAR Series All-Star Race. I'm actually just going to
Drivers, cars.
that to get up to the race. 20 seconds till the command. I'm gonna say that someone from the back is gonna win this thing. Like maybe a George Uriarte or a Garrett Shima in that 27. I'd love to
Drivers, start your engines!
I'd love to see that 8 car go to victory lane, but it probably won't happen. Field rolling off. Under the lead of the Dodge Challenger Hellcat race car. So, under the lights, for the first time this season, well, for the second time this season, the first time was at Bowman Gray, and the last time we were under the lights at Bowman Gray, the 19 outwitted the rest of the field, worked his way cleanly through lap traffic, ended up winning that race. We'll see if nighttime magic works again for him. Two cars that are in the field today without paint schemes just so happen to be this 14 car and this number 78. And it would be kind of funny if one of those two won. We hope not, because we love seeing the team paint schemes, but so be it. Here they come to the Geico restart zone. This race is underway. Off to a good start through 1 and 2. They'll shuffle it double file. They'll probably be 3 wide by the time they get off of turn 3 and 4. But fewer cars means fewer side-by-side battles, and they will likely be able to run it a little bit cleaner. The number 3 up the inside. He'll take the lead away. He was your all-star Open winner. We'll see if he can work the same magic for that number 3 team. 18 taking over the top spot. Car on the outside wall was the 3. And now the 8 of DNP_10 right in behind Adrian Mobley. The 2 Toyotas up front here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, but a big pack behind them. 78 has a look, wants that race lead. The 8 took it from the 18. Now Bren's going to take it from the 8 as they cross the start finish. There's another lead change for you. Not officially scored as the leader, but there nonetheless is the 78. I don't think he'll officially lead a lap, but the 24 will, dropping to the inside down the back straightaway. As we are early in this one. The 8 car hits that outside wall. And that is significant damage to the right side of that machine. That's the price you pay for hitting the outside wall here. And 3 wide into 2. They wreck. Oh, trouble back straightaway. The 24 goes around, the 18 caught up. And the 25 gets a piece of it as well. First caution of the All-Star race. Coming to line of 54 of Coaster. The winner at Atlanta will be your race leader. Lap 6. And that could be the end of the day for several of these guys. Or not, because I just realized that I forgot to up the length of the race. Because I'm smart.
Ha ha ha!
Oh, do we want to just run 34 laps? Or do we want to run 84?
Restart, restart.
Yeah, we're gonna quickly do this. There we go. Whoops. Hiroshima said knew that would happen. Hop forward to the race. So we'll just go through the field again.
Drivers, to your cars.
Starting order will be the 25 in first, 54 second, 73rd, 19 fourth, 8 fifth, 77 sixth, 61 7th, 14 8th, 8 9th, 24 10th, 3 11th, 27 12th, 15 13th, 4 14th, and then the 18 is in last for the start of the All-Star.
Drivers, to your cars.
Command has been given, so we roll off. It's right on board with the Dodge Challenger Hellcat pace car. Four laps going to be traversed here under the lights from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Bill, do you have any predictions based on what we kind of saw?
Predictions? Alright, this burger is tasty. Now, my serious prediction is that I'm gonna win.
Your serious prediction is that you're gonna win. Okay. Well,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with what I said originally. Cars towards the back. Which this time around, it's probably gonna be the team already the two-time winner and probably the favorite for this race. Which is kind of ironic because he was the favorite in the Roblox Season 1. Which, fun fact, the Roblox series is back. So feel free to join.
Boo!
Here we come to the Geico restart zone for attempt number 2 at starting this race. Green flag, and we're underway. Coaster starting from the outside of row 1. The 25 gonna take the lead from him. Two by two, they're practically the same as they were for the initial start of the race. The only change in position is the 78 taking the lead away by the stripe, but the 8 gonna drop to the inside towards the top spot. But they're gonna go 3 wide for third, right behind them, and we'll see how that works out for those 3 cars. Contact! Contact! Whoa, trouble! Turn 4! Hard hit into the outside wall, and a wild ride for DNP, lap number 2. And that's gonna be his hopes of winning this race down the drain. What a hit for that number 8 car to bring out the first caution flag. Dangerous move made by the number 54, and that will do it for a lot of those drivers. Pit road is open this time. We'll see if there's any takers. First car on pit road looks to be the number 77. Presumably for damage repair. Then the 19. And a 61 with a significant amount of rear end damage coming down pit road to repair it. 54 torn up in the front.
Restart number 6.
And that car that I said was the favorite is already up to fourth. Cars out of this race already, the 77, 8, and 78. So unfortunate for them on this redo of a race. The big one strikes on lap 4. Let's see how it occurred. As we mentioned, the whoops. Button. There we go. So they were going 3 wide into turn number 3, which is a very dangerous way, and then the 61's going to end up sliding off of that white line. Your race leader at the time was the 8, but then the 61 gets into the 8, and watch this. The 25 gets involved, he almost goes over, and the 8 goes for one of the wildest rides he's had all season long. The 78 gets involved, the 19 ends up in the wall, the 54, and he's going to end up with a hard slide. And I think this 77 car is going to end up running over the 61. But the 18, as previously mentioned, manages to get through this wreck. Heavy contact between the 77 and the 61. And the 14, 24, and 27 all make it through. Well, let's ride on board with the 8 real time and see how wild of a ride that was, specifically from inside on board with the helmet cam. That is a heavy hit for that 8 car, and thank goodness for safer barriers and for all the safety that NASCAR has put into these cars since 2001. Here's another look.
I gotta go, bud. Sorry.
See it. There's the 61 getting turned by the 54. There's just nothing the 8 can do. As soon as the contact is made, he's pretty much along for the ride at this point. He gets pinched between the 61 and the 78, and then him hitting the wall is what's gonna end up sending him over. Now the 25 and the 54 almost both went over as well, as did the 78. But a wild ride here from Charlotte Motor Speedway for that number 8 car, and it's good to know that he's okay. Just a scary wreck for that number 8. And it's going to end up being 5 flips, 6 flips actually, for this 8 car before coming to rest on its wheels. Goes for a hard slide coming to the caution flag. You see the sparks flying there. And then it comes to rest. Just inside of the quad oval on all fours. And the crazy thing is, this race isn't even over yet. This race is far from over. So we'll hop up live, or at least up to the restart. Cars out of this race, the 8 and 78, and the 77, 54, 25 as well. Here's the restart. Green flag. Down into turn number 1, the 15 dropped to the inside. She'll take second away from the 3. Now she's going to go for the race lead, trying to take it from Winterbolt. In line with her, trying to get around her. In a position that I believe our friend Ben would love to be, but Ben obviously not making the All-Star race. Contact down the back straightaway. The 3 almost got into the 14. They're 3 wide for first. They might be 4 wide by the time they get off of 4. In the outside wall is the 15. No caution. And so Muse Better takes the lead, but not for long. This 27 gonna take it back, and now the 14 trying to get to the inside of the 27 for the top spot here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And he'll get it. But they'll be 3 by 3 as they came by. The 14 is your race leader. Charlotte. The 3 gonna try and look to the inside of the 14 as they head down the back straightaway. These are the cars remaining in this race. You've already seen 5 cars retire from the running of this one, and it will likely be leaning green to the checkered flag. 10 laps complete out of the 84 schedule. And now the 24 drops to the inside of the 3. The 4 to the inside of the 24, and everybody wanting a piece of that top spot here from Charlotte. 4 drops to the inside, wants the lead from the 24 side by side for second between the 15 and the 3. The 18 trying to get in there as well. These positions just keep changing hands inside of that top 10. As they head down the back straightaway. And the 15 looks to the inside, sliding up the racetrack again as She has pretty much all race long, but leading lap. And that's really what matters here from Charlotte. Car on the outside wall, I believe it was the 15. And so we continue this race. Back live. And the 3 on the inside of the 18 car want the race lead. Coming to the start finish line, he'll have it as they start to spread out a little bit here at Charlotte. The 88 still going to drop to the inside. Still a lot of changes in position. As that 24 car drops all the way to 9th, and now they're 3 wide for the race lead, or at least they look to be 3 wide. The 27 stuck his nose in underneath the 88, but couldn't quite get there. Now he will, and they're 3 wide for 2nd. That's going to allow the 14 to catch the leaders. Now the other question that comes into play with a race of this nature is the damage to these race cars. How much hitting that outside wall costs, and just like that, the 88 hit that wall a ton, almost spun the 18. But it doesn't work, and so 18 is going to end up taking the lead away from the 4. Side by side for first. 18 sticks his nose in there. Gonna get there. They continue to pack up, and Winter's awful night continues as he hits that outside wall even more, and that'll drop him all the way out to 9th. So the top 8 really the remaining competitive cars, at least at this stage in the All-Star race. 18 out front, 27 P2, and Garrett Shima gonna drop to the inside on the 18. Well, he wants the race lead in that Thermopolis Bobcat Ford Mustang, and he's gonna have the look, but it does look like he has the car to get to that 18 right now. Adrian Mobley in that Florida Gators Toyota is firmly out front, playing the Kyle Busch game, leading and dominating here so far, at least at this stage in the race from Charlotte. Side by side back here, now it's going to be 3 wide, the battle for 4th. 3 going to get the spot. Well, he got 4th. He's not going to get. He got 3rd or 5th. He's not going to get 4th quite yet. And there goes the 27 dropping to the inside, and the 18 doesn't want to see this, but he's going to have to. The 27 going to be your race leader, and the 18 going to fall to 3rd. Now the question is, does the 14 drop to the inside? Yes, he does. Does he have the power to get to maintain the inside positioning? Yes, he does. This time by the start finish, it's a dead heat, and I believe 0.02 of a second separate the race leader in 2nd place. That time by the start finish. Oh, problems! The 27 gets turned. The 3 hard into the inside wall. Big hit for the 18. Caution comes out again. And coming to the flag, the 14, your race leader. 22 laps complete. 2nd caution flag of the night. And it's a 3-car wreck, including the 18, who goes for a hard spin into the inside wall. Let's take a look. That is too far back. It's the next lap. They were 3 wide off of 2. The 27 got into the outside wall. And the 18 just forces the issue, has a tight race car, slides up into that 27, and he eventually turns him. Nothing for the 27 to do but try to save this thing. And then the 18 gonna come back down into the 3. And then look at the driving by the 4 to get around this 27 car and get through unscathed. Because this 18 is completely sideways, and caution, I think, yeah, caution had come out by that point. And then the 3 almost hits in the opening, misses it barely, but the 18 goes right into it, and that immediately tears the back end off of that Florida Gators Camry, and that's likely going to be his day up in smoke. Hard lick for the 18. Let's ride on board. Back a little bit further. There's the hit. And so the race leader is the 14. We'll see what the pit strategy is under this caution flag. They come off of turn number 4. Looks like everybody gonna be taking the hard left turn to pit road. 14-24 and 15-4, 88-19-27, 361 all in. The 18's gonna lose a lap unless he ends up heading behind the wall here. So, first caution of the day. Let's see who wins the race off. It's looking like 4 tires that call for the 14 car, and I think that's going to be the case for everybody else here under this caution flag. And the 14's going to win the race off. 4, though. The 4 of Mula's better going to pick up a spot from the 15. Emily going to lose a lot of time on pit road with a long pit stop. A lot of things shaking up here on lap 23. And so they will take the one to green, now back live. So the running order is now the 14, 24, 4, 61, 27, 19, 15, 88, and 3, the last car on the racetrack. 9 remain in this race. With 18, 77, 54, 25, 8, 78 out. And we are just a few laps shy of the first quarter mark. We're just a few laps past that first quarter mark, rather. Lap 21 it was. So the cars with a relatively good shot at winning this thing are the 14, 24, 4, and then the 27, 19, the 15, as well as the 3. Significant. Well, there was big damage to the 88. Looks like he's gotten it repaired. A lot of damage for the 61 still, but here they come to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. Intent to run single file for the top 3. The 27 and 15 trying to change things up. They'll drop onto the inside lane, and now the 4 gonna try and swap spots with the 24. A lot of 4s inside of the top 3, and we'll see if one of them will take that checkered flag at lap 84. Who's better got to the inside of the 14, but being side by side with 24 of Uriarte, he's not going to be able to get to that 14 car. Now he will, and he'll have a look at him in turn number 3. Trying to close him off, can't quite do so, and so Mew's going to get there. Side by side with 14. And now Emily Winter is going to drop to the inside, take advantage of the 4 washing up the racetrack a little bit, and she will look for this race lead. The visual glitches happening with that 4 car and the 14. But a lot of speed from this 15 car, and the little bit of radio chatter from the 4, and he believes that that 15 car are gonna win this race. They're 3x3 again. This is not going to end well. The 15 hits the outside wall. Contact between the 3 and the 14, and they somehow managed to save it through 3 and 4. The 3-1 again for 3rd. And that's going to force the 14 into the outside wall. Nobody going to make more contact with him. And that allows the 88 and the 27 to pull away from the 24 and 3 for the moment. But they're going to be back side by side for the top spot. And that's going to let the 24 and 3 get back up to the race leaders. Garrett Shima, the point here at Charlotte. The 3 getting to the inside of the 88 for P2, and they continue to run so tight here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. It almost seems to me like it's a truck race at 200 miles an hour, and that's probably because it pretty much is 200 miles an hour almost completely around this racetrack. Almost kind of like a plate track here, which is kind of ironic seeing as the late 2019 package in this game doesn't necessarily simulate all aspects, but still it's putting on a good show here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Uriarte to the inside of the 14, wants the race lead. He'll have it. And they'll be double file, the 4 on the 14 for second. But I think News Better wants that race lead. They're 3 wide third. 14 makes the Ford right choice backing out. And now the 4 News Better on the inside next to that 24 car. The 88 trying to make something happen. He's just been sitting there. He's had a pretty up and down race. Damage earlier from getting in the outside wall, but rebound, and now he's going to have the race lead. 3 wide behind for 3rd. Been doing that all race long, and another interesting thing to note is how badly some of these guys win, or want to win, and that's probably how this 88 gets back up to the top spot after facing that adversity, and also why they're going 3 wide constantly every lap of this race. 36 complete, and now Brian Anders dropping to the inside. He wants a piece of it. And contact! Around goes the 19, hard into the outside wall. Big hit from the 24. And Mew is better, gets caught up. And that's his day done. Look at the smoke coming from the front end of that 4 car. Caution flag flies again. And that's his day done. Confirmed. Lap 37, and we're back under caution. And everybody's back on pit road. 15, I guess, was the race leader. No, the 88 was. The 88 and 3 stay on the racetrack. And then the 15, 14, and 27 come to pit road. Presumably to get some damage repair, as will the 19. And, well, the 4 not too pleased with the number 19 and the 24. And according to radio communication with him, he says, he said, "What the heck was that? I'm done." So, interesting turn of events here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 24 and 4 out of this race. The 18 out after the last caution flag. 7 cars remain. And we've still got plenty of racing left. So let's see what happened to that number 4. And to the 24, for that matter. Here's a look at the replay. They're 3 wide, and it just seems to be that that's kind of been the story of the race all night long. Whether it's a car sliding up, as it is here, or a car getting in the outside wall, or what have you. They looked pretty clean getting through here, but then the 24 hit the outside wall, was slow just enough for the 14 to tap him right in the wrong spot, and then he collects the 19. And this 24 goes for a hard lick into the outside wall. The 19 heavy contact there as well. And that is actually what brings out the caution flag. And then the 24 gets tagged, or no, the 24 barely misses, and then it's the 4 hitting the 24 that sends Uriarte up and over. He's facing the racetrack at almost a, well, normally it would be, what, 90? So it's probably about a 110 degree direction for that 24 car. But a heavy ride for him. Let's right on board. Somehow that car doesn't go completely over. They're on board with the number 4 car. Wrecking, come low. You okay there, bud? Heavy hit both of those guys. One of the question will be coming to the green flag this time. 7 cars, as previously noted, still in this thing. Winterwolf is the leader of them. Second is the 3 of Brian Anders. Third is Cole McElmoyle with a very legitimate shot at winning this. And then the 14 of Ryan Boyer, the 27 of Garrett Shima, Emily Winters in the 15, and then the 19 of Sharon Kyle. The only drivers who have race wins left in this thing, the 14 and the 19. And they'll be back underway. So the 88, and now 3 gonna drop to the inside of the 88. Trying to get around the 88, and he'll have the top spot for the moment. 5 cars, really, with a shot at this win. And that's probably gonna eliminate any chance of a caution flag at this point. 4 gonna drop to the inside of the 3. And we've hit that halfway point as soon as we cross the start finish, so we cross flags this time by. The 15's back on pit road. Almost wonder if she didn't get too much enough fuel put into it. But the 14 was the race leader that time by the start finish. And the 27 running behind the 14. Well, these guys won't nearly be as aggressive when it comes to the Coke 600. They won't be as aggressive as they have been in this race and the Open. Just because that race is an endurance race, really, for this point in the season. Now 3 wide for first. In the outside wall, the 14, contact made with 27, but they save it. So Winterwolf has the top spot for the moment. The 15 of Emily Winters falling a lap down. And that is quite obvious for why. That's because she comes early to pit road. And that's going to have to cycle through. We'll see if that strategy ends up being the winning one. But the 3 leaders have kind of pulled away here. Side by side for second, the 24 dropping to the inside of the 3. As they head down the back straightaway. Through turns 3 and 4. Garrett Shima trying to get second away from Ryan Anders. Those 2 race each other in the Open. The 27 barely made it in. The 3 won the race. Presumably he wants to win this thing as well. So it's interesting also to note the fact that of the cars still running this race, 1 is a Dodge, the rest are, then the majority of the rest of them are Chevrolets, and then 2 Mustangs remain in this field. Now the 27 gonna drop to the inside of the 88 for the top spot. Lap 48 of 84. Are we gonna go down to help him maybe? Or he might slide up the inside. Well, a 3 wide maneuver like we saw earlier in this race. Right now he's content to just sit in behind the 24, but I doubt that'll last for long. And there he goes to the inside. They're gonna be catching lap traffic to see what that does to the field. So far so good. 3 back on the inside, trying to take the lead back from the 27, and they'll just end up splitting that lap car 3 wide. No harm, no foul. And that'll force the top 4 here to go single file once more. 50 of 84. Now the question becomes whether or not you have to pit one more time. I believe the pit window is around 60 to 65 laps here. And restarting around lap 40, I think they will have to make one more stop before the end of this race. 27, he wants the race lead, he'll take it. Now the 14 right behind that 27 car as they come across the start finish. So it'll be side by side for first and single file the rest of the way back. 4-car race for this win. And Ryan Boyer, if he wins, would be ironically one of 2 remaining previous race winners still in this race. And as you can tell, a lot of right side damage to that 14 car. Doesn't seem to be affecting him all that much. He's able to keep the race leaders, but just hasn't been able to get the move done, get around this 27 car. The 88 has seemed to have picked up a little bit of damage, and he's gonna try and take second away. Doesn't seem to be affecting him that much either, as he's still, for the most part, really able to keep with these race leaders. Now, the 3 has picked up a significant amount of right side damage, and he's kind of falling off. And you wonder if that has to do with pace or just losing the draft. At 27, loving to see some side-by-side battles, because the more they battle side-by-side, the more he pulls away. But the more they run single file, the closer the 88 gets. It's right on board. Not a lot of lifting. Probably could run this track flat out. Here comes the 88. We'll get a nose in there. Significant left side damage I'm just now noticing to that 27 car. Don't know if that's a visual glitch or if that's actual damage. The 88 gonna get a nose in there. The 27 pulls him on the straightaway. But Winter definitely doing a great job of keeping his car out of trouble. Trying to take the lead. Boy, is he there. But the bigger thing is, 14 gets to the inside of the 88. And that helps out the 27 because as Ryan Boyer gets to the inside of the 88, that's going to force those two to not help each other. And the 88 pulls back a little bit. They'll gain it back 3 and 4. The 88 not going away anytime soon. Those side-by-side battles definitely helping that 14 car. Look at that. 27 car. Winter had a look. Didn't quite get where he needed to go. Let's see if he's able to use the 19 up here as a pick. Because we've seen that all season long, and yes, he will. So the 27 gets stuck behind a lap car. So now he's going to fall all the way out of the top 3 back as he has to get around that 19. So now there are 3 remaining in that top group. I don't know that 27 is quite out of it yet. He's definitely not going away, but his chances may be lessened after that. But the question still remains whether or not these drivers can make it to the checkered flag. If they can't, that would play right into the strategy of this 15 team, who came down pit road early, just after the caution flag, or just after the green had been dropped. And oh, by the way, the 88 also has yet to pit. you almost wonder if Winter can make it to the checkered flag on this tank of fuel. 27 back inside of the top 3, gonna push that 14 to the race lead. They head through turns 3 and 4. Side by side for second, the 27 wants the spot back from the 88, he'll have it. 27 running, I believe, a high school paint scheme, correct me if I'm wrong. Compared to the rest of the cars behind him, we were running 2 of them professional sports teams, and then the other a hoss car. The Dallas Cowboys of the NFL, and then the Toronto Raptors of the NBA. Those 2 cars go side by side. Now Toronto is the Toronto Raptors are the only remaining championship team in this field of more recent times. Toronto Maple Leafs on a bit of a drought, and I don't know that the Blue Jays have ever won. And the St. Louis Blues and LA Kings have all retired from these races. The 54 out, as is 44, both Kings cars, and then the 12, the St. Louis Blues, the 2019 Stanley Cup champions, out as well. Looking to the inside, the 88 gets there. Trying to get the top spot away from the 27, and he will. And now he's catching his friend in Cole McElmoyle, the 2 Toronto cars. Side by side for first. 27 and the 88. Trying to catch this lap car and take advantage of Lapper in this battle for the race lead. And once they get around the 61, they'll have to face that 19 again. And then the 15 continuing to run her race. Gonna be caught at some point as well. And there they go around the 61. That's gonna bring that gap down. And now Brian Andrews gets to the inside on the 88, but he's gonna have no help. 14 went back up to help 88, and now they're 2 by 2. The 3 gonna get the race lead temporarily, but the 27 gonna take it back as he uses the 19 car as a pick. That drops the 3 out of the top 3, and the 88 getting back around, and now a bit of a gap between the 27 and the 14. Lap 71. Still have to wonder whether or not these guys can make it to the end on their current heel run. Right now it's a significant lead for the 27. 2/10, but that 14 has caught the draft and wants to lead back. The 88 is with that 14 car as well. And just in one lap, 14 picks up a 10th. And he'll be there by the time they get to the start finish the next turn by. Actually, he's gonna waste no time. Drops to the inside of the 27, side by side for the lead, and this will allow the 88 to catch up. So the 14 back to the point here from Charlotte. Well, 27 just gonna go right back. Perfect crossover. Up the inside. Lap 75 of 84, 10 laps remain in this race. 88 gonna take advantage of that as well. Getting around the 14 for 52. As they will kind of battle side by side. After this race, we head to Charlotte again for the Coke 600. And then we are done with Charlotte for the season. Looking to the inside on the 27. They'll get there. With help from the 14, they're going to be 3 wide. 14 takes the lead back. It's a 3-horse race. Those 3 cars are the 3 battling for the race lead, and they've traded spots back and forth all night long. The 3 has shuffled things up a little bit, but it's really been this 88, 27, and 14. We'll see if they can continue to do that. The 3 gonna shake things up again, getting back inside of the back inside of the 27, but the 14 kind of let off the gas, checked up a little bit, and that actually was almost cost him the second place position. But he makes a rebound, and with help from the 3, he'll have the race lead. And the 88 hits the outside wall, and that'll drop him out of the top 3. So the 14 has the lead for the moment. Side by side for second. 3 and the 27 not letting either car go. 4 laps to go next time by the start-finish line. They're catching a lap car. Late in this race, we'll see who's gonna get the win. They traded the position back and forth all night long, much like they would in the Roblox series. And it'll be interesting to see who has it by the end of it. 14 just barely squeezes it in between the 27 and the 19. And that's going to allow him to break away from the 3 who also almost squeezed it. The 88 getting around. The 27 going to get to the inside on the 14. And we're getting close to crunch time here. Late in this race, 7 cars remain. Now the question is, do these guys make it back to the checkered flag on this fuel run? I'm not certain that these drivers can make it. And they will run out. As the 27 and the 3 are now the top 2 spots. Ryan Anders, let's ride on board. Here they come to take the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. White flag. On board with 3. Garrett Shima has gapped the 3 quite a lot. Let's see if Anders can get to him by turn 3 and 4. I don't know that he's going to quite get there. Ran the open, raced his way into the All-Star race. Coming to the checkered flag, Garrett Shima wins the All-Star race. Second is the 3 of Brian Anders. Third is the 88. Fourth is the 14, and that's the last of the lead lap cars. Then, just further back is the 19 of Sharon Kyle, the 61 of Cole McElmoyle, and then the 15 of Emily Winters. That 19 car 4 laps down, and then the rest of the field wrecked out of this race. That will do it for the Southwest NASCAR Series All-Star Race. Your winner, Garrett Shima, with the Thermopolis Bobcats. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's it for this race. And that will do it. Thank you for tuning in to the Season 1 All-Star Race. We'll see you this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern for 200 laps, 300 miles from the 300 miles from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. But until then, I'm DNP. Alongside me was Builder. He had to leave early. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.